All right, we're looking at examples 3 and 4. With example 3, we're given negative 1/3 cubed, and we're asked to evaluate. Now, one of the main reasons for this worked out solution is to point out that with anything inside the parentheses, we need to consider that with the exponent. So with this, we have negative 1/3 cubed, so we need to write that out repeated 3 times. Negative 1/3 times negative 1/3 times negative 1/3. And the reason that's so important is because a lot of times someone might write out negative 1/3 cubed as this same thing, but that is not what negative 1/3 cubed. Now in this instance, since the exponent is odd, we'd end up with the same solution. But this is actually negative 1/3 times 1/3 times 1/3. So again, these are not equivalent. So just keep that in mind. We need to multiply everything that's in the parentheses, not just the numerical value itself. Now that said, when we have negative 1/3 times negative 1/3 times negative 1/3, it's just multiply left to right, order of operations. So negative 1/3 times negative 1/3 is going to be a positive 1/9, and then we're still left with the negative 1/3. And then 1/9 times negative 1/3, we have a positive times a negative, so we know it's going to be negative. Multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and we have 1 on top and 27 on bottom. So negative 1/3 all cubed is going to be negative 1/27. In example 4, we're given that the top of Mr. Ransdell's desk has an area of 2 to the 7th times 3 squared inches. What is the area of the top of the desk as a whole number? With this, it's literally, again, just write out multiplication with the numerical value, the number of times of the exponent. So 2 to the 7th, we're going to write out 2 being multiplied 7 times. And then times 3 squared, that's just going to be 3 2 times. And then I'll go ahead and write it out more than what's in the solution that's written out for the example. But we just multiply left to right. So 2 times 2 is 4. We still have the rest of the 2's. So 5 more 2's. And the 3's. Times 3 times 3. And if we keep on multiplying through, we get, 4 times 2 is 8. We still have the rest of the 2's. So 4 2's. And the 2 3's. Then 16 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. 32 times 2 times 2. And we just keep repeating this, moving left to right again. So 64 times 2 times 3 times 3, which equals 128 times 3 times 3. Now this gets a little more complicated because we have 128 times 3 times 3. But if you simplify it, since multiplication, it doesn't matter what order you go in if it's all multiplication. Let's go ahead and write this out as 128 times 9. And now we can kind of break this up. That's the same thing as 100 plus 20 plus 8 times 9, which that's the same thing as 9 times 100 is 900 plus 9 times 20 is 180. 9 times 8 is 72. So that's 1080 plus 72. And that ends up being 1152. And again, you don't necessarily have to write out all of these steps. I was just trying to show you the process of what it means when we have the exponents and we're multiplying.